Hey guys, how's it going? Today I have a quick build video for you. I actually finished this build a couple weeks ago, but I didn't make the video for it because I wanted to give it back to George, who I built this for ASAP, but I had to take it back because I had to swap the motor grips on it because he wasn't pleased with how the MOE grip, which we all know offsets the motor angle and the way that the gears mesh at the bottom. So I took it back, I swapped it for one of these GMP snakeskin grips. This grip in particular is it's sort of like a Tango Down replica. But it's got a different texturing on it, as you can see right there. It's got this sort of snakeskin pattern. It's not super grippy, to be honest. It would be good. It would be a good candidate for like stippling or something like that if you decided to do that in the future. It's kind of a neat look, I guess, if you wanted that sort of texture on your gun, but it doesn't do much, to be honest. I did have to fit it to his PTS MOE lower because I didn't realize the way that it's got this little connection piece right here and how it extends out a little bit forward. It doesn't work with these built-in enhanced trigger guards, or if you have an enhanced trigger guard that goes all the way to the back and molds into this. You have to file this out, so it took me like an hour to file out or half an hour to an hour to file out this part correctly so that it fit perfectly. But honestly, I think it's a really clean look because of the way that this not only meets up but then joins up with this other line right here. So that's kind of cool. Right now this build is a pretty tame build. It's actually a little bit tamer than the other gun that I built from that I showed you guys earlier. Instead of going with the Lonex A2 motor, we instead went with the Matrix Godzilla motor. So the 24 TPA, or what I think is 24 TPA motor, is in here right now. So the trigger response is really good, the battery efficiency is really nice, but the rate of fire is incredibly slow. This is using SHS 18:1 gears, the Gen 4 ones. I haven't had a problem with these yet. We'll see if the same problem that I had with that other set that I showed you guys earlier occurs again here for whatever weird reason. But here's what it sounds like on an 11.1. I'm just going to use this blue LiPo that I have laying around. We're using the Blacktown Concepts Chimera Mark 1 FET, actually. So this is not the Mark 2. Had to do a little bit of fitting to get everything working correctly with this particular setup, but it's working fine now. Trigger response is great. I'm going to show you that right now once I plug this thing together. Make this just sit right here, and then so then semi-auto. There we go. And then full auto. You notice how kind of slow that sounds? Yeah, the 18:1 with a 24 TPA motor, trigger response is great. What's actually really neat about this motor, though, is you'll notice, so that was an 11.1, relatively high discharge 11.1. We're going to plug this into the 7.4 Echo 1 battery that he likes to use, and then it sounds like this. Honestly, there's some Chinese guns out there that are shooting faster than this, but he wanted something really reliable, so this is what I built for him. And what's nice about this particular setup is that because it's drawing such little power, he most likely won't have to change batteries for hours on end, like hopefully the entire day if it works well enough. And because the Blacktown Concepts MOSFETs monitor the voltage level, if it dips too far, it'll tell him and he can swap out the battery for another one. But yeah, I'm really pleased with how this. Let me see. Really pleased with how this one's got set up. We couldn't accommodate all of his original requests because of the motor grip issue, but otherwise the snakeskin will do just as good. It still feels relatively comfortable. It's got a nice sort of angle to it. Fits in a lot better. Shimmy is the sound is definitely a lot better than it was with the other grip on it. Otherwise, it's got his primary arms optic on it. It's still using that Troy Battle Axe stock, which I like a lot. It makes my life a lot easier when I'm reassembling and putting the batteries in and stuff like that. Yeah, so otherwise, if you guys got any questions about this gun or any of the other guns I've done, setups, builds, and that sort of stuff, you know where to reach me at. Definitely take a look at my Facebook page because that's where I'm posting about just random things, or it's probably the easiest way to get a hold of me is through that Facebook page. Otherwise, let me know if you guys got any questions, and I'll talk to you guys later.